What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Syd. I'm back, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about burnout or nurse burnout. Honestly, I don't think it's limited to nurses. I think nursing students can get burnt out as well. And I just kind of wanted to get into this topic because it's kind of like a dirty word in the nursing community. And I just felt like it's something that needs to be discussed. So before we get into this video, please be sure to hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Turn on your notifications so that you don't miss any of my uploads. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up. So let's get into it. All right, so nurse burnout is it's like a feeling of not really wanting to do anything. The best thing I can compare it to is like when people go through their depressive states and they have no motivation to do anything, and like getting out of the bed and taking a shower is an accomplishment. That's really the best thing I can compare it to. It's like you're just tired of work and you're tired of the role strain and all the things that come along with what's expected of you as a nurse, or what you typically expect of yourself, which also you shouldn't put too much on yourself. Healthy boundaries are necessary in the work environment and all that. I will say that working during the pandemic has caused me to have a little bit of burnout with work. During school, I cut my hours back a lot more this past semester than I usually do. I usually work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then when our test days changed from Fridays to Mondays, then I was doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday until we actually started having classes on Fridays. So part of it was like cutting back the hours because of school, and part of it was cutting back the hours because I was just tired. I was just tired of being there and us being short-staffed, or being there and feeling like all the cards are stacked against me, being there and feeling like, am I going to be able to sit down? Can I even have a minute to drink some water? And it's not anybody's fault directly. It's all of the components coming together, the staffing components, the quality of care that I like to give when I'm taking care of my patients, the level of need that they have and what they need help with. I don't know. It's so many things that go into it. And for a minute, going to work was, I feel like I have anxiety and depression. Have I been clinically diagnosed? No. Would someone probably clinically diagnose me with both of those things? Yes. So like going to work for a minute was making me feel depressed. Did I keep going? Yes, because the bills don't stop. But it's so many things that were like adding to that, on top of the stress of school, and trying to maintain good grades and make sure I'm learning and retaining the information and performing well clinically as well as in the classroom. And after doing school on Zoom for so long, and then so many things added into it, and I don't even think it was just nurse burnout. I think it was just burnout in general. I hit a wall where I had no motivation to do anything. There was one test that I had for a class this past spring, summer, somewhere in there. I did not study. I literally was like, okay, we learned this, this, and this in the lectures. I re-listened to some of the lectures. I read a chapter or two, but I did not actively put the time into studying for the test because I was just that tired of everything. I cut my hours down to like once a week or twice a week I'd be at work, or I would do like one full shift and a 4-hour shift here or an 8-hour shift there. And that was partially like me trying to protect my peace. The little bit of peace that I had left, which is part of why I haven't filmed a video in so long, because, I just had to get my life together. Really, I had to figure out things to do to make myself feel like Sydney again. So that's part of why I've been gone. That's part of why my performance on some things in school I noticed was not up to my normal level. Was I passing? Yes. Was it up to my standard? No. Was I mad at myself for it? Sometimes. And then every now and then I was like, well, give yourself a little grace, girl, because you've been going nonstop. Yeah. So through this process of feeling burnt out and everything, what I've learned is that I need to set more clear boundaries for myself. So like studying for class was from 9 to 12 or so. So I would designate time for a break, and usually it'd be like an hour, or 1 hour long TV show would be like my designated break after class was over. And I would always make sure that I would leave my computer and my iPad in my room, and I would go to the living room. I would not sit at my desk if I stayed in my bedroom, because sitting at my desk always, like, no matter what, I just started feeling like I need to be productive. So I always designated a break for myself. I designated a time for a break for myself, and that helped a lot. And then another thing I started doing was, if I was studying, I would need to be done studying by 6 o'clock at the latest. I always tried to aim for 5. Sometimes things came up and I had to do like 7 o'clock. But 6 o'clock at the latest, if there were no like circumstances to cause me not to be able to finish by then. So 6 o'clock, the computer's closed, the laptop, the iPad, everything's turned off, and I'm done looking at stuff for school for the day. That helped as well, because then I had whatever time after to cook dinner, do something for myself, take my shower, all that. And that was like my brain's time to not think about school. And that helped quite a bit. The only time where it'd be different, like I look at school stuff, is when I was at work, because obviously I work night shift. I would look at school stuff while I'm at work at night, because I had to sleep during the day to stay up at work at night. So that was my exception to the rule. What else did I do? On my computer, I always put my computer on Do Not Disturb when I'm doing stuff for school, but I changed it from just Do Not Disturb in general to Do Not Disturb until the evening, so it'll turn my notifications back on at 7 o'clock. If I start getting notifications on my computer and I'm still on there studying or whatever, that's how I knew I went past my time, because sometimes you lose track of time. And yeah, there's a clock on the computer, but if I'm doing something and I'm really focused, I'm not paying attention to the clock. Another thing I have decided I need to do is put a clock on my desk or on the wall in front of my desk, so that I can be more conscious of the time, because your girl, I gotta watch on every day. I have my phone. Well, typically my phone's not near me when I'm doing stuff for school. I have my iPad, yes. I have my computer, yes. When you do full screen on the computer, the little clock at the top disappears a little bit, all that. So I have had to make more conscious ways for me to keep track of time. Even if I set a timer or use my little app on my phone, it'll grow a tree, and then if you pick up your phone, it kills the tree or whatever. I've used that too, but I've taken more steps to be conscious of my time, be conscious of how much time I'm spending studying or doing something for school, and setting aside time in the day for me to do something for myself. Some other things I've started doing more and things I've always really enjoyed doing for myself that I kind of just stopped doing because time and pandemic and time. I've started making sure that I have time to go get a pedicure or get my nails done, which you guys saw in like a vlog or two that I've tried that style video. But I've been making sure I have the time to get my pedicures, get a manicure here and there, even though we can only get neutral colors for school, or like not bright, bold, like I can't come in there with a neon green or something. So I've been doing that for myself. I've been going to the gym more now. I've been cooking more because for a while there I was doing like really simple fast meals versus I like cooking things from scratch and trying new recipes and all that. So I've been doing a little bit of that more, and these are just things I enjoy doing for myself. That's been helping with the mood, and I have noticed that I feel less burnt out now, especially given that we are on break from school too. I've been working a little bit more, but I've gotten to the point where I don't schedule myself for, it's rare that I schedule myself for more than 3 days in a row. Honestly, I try to do like 2 or 3 in a row and have at least 2 days between. Sometimes I don't get that lucky, but that's what I've been trying to do. That's what works for me. And all of these things coming together has made a difference. I've been spending more time with my friends. Even if we can't go do something or we don't go to somebody's house, I've been talking to them more because I actually have time to be on the phone compared to before where like, yeah, I talk on the phone, but it's like, okay, I gotta go do blah, blah, blah. I'll call you back later. Or it's like, I can text you, but I can't talk right now. Stuff like that. So just having more family time too, hanging out with my mom, my sister, and my family. I'm about to go hang out with my dad soon. All of these things have helped tremendously. And I say all of this to say, don't lose yourself in what you're doing. If you're not happy, what you're doing doesn't make a difference at all because you're not happy. And you should be happy doing something that you say you love. So, yeah, I had to pause and find myself and figure it out so that I can continue to be happy. And honestly, you can't pour from a glass that's empty. So how are you going to help other people if you can't help yourself or you're not taking care of yourself? So yeah, was I going through a little phase? Yes. And honestly, if you have the means, talk to somebody, talk to a professional. Don't dump all your stuff on your friends because they have their own stuff going on, and you don't want your relationship with your friends to just be y'all talking about all the bad things y'all have going on and how miserable you are with certain stuff all the time. Like, you want to have fun with your friends, so dump it on a professional who it's their job to listen to you talk about whatever and help you work through it in a healthy way. All right, so that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you've been feeling burnt out at work or with school or whatever, how do you deal with it? Comment down below how you've dealt with being burnt out before, or if you're burnt out now. Please give this video a thumbs up while you're at it and subscribe if you have not already. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.